Special presentation. This is hassle-free cashless billing. We have Mr. Abhishek Das, who is the Regional Business Manager, HP, who will join us up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome Mr. Abhishek Das.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for having me here. I think it's an honor to be here in front of you. What I'm going to talk about today in the next 5 to 6 minutes is about what is HP doing in terms of innovation, and I'll not call it disruption. We heard a lot of ideas and were exchanged in the panel, and it was very nice to hear from different businesses what they're doing to acquire more customers, to enhance their business experience, to retain more customers, to acquire more customers. I think as a technology provider, HP really falls in between I would say, customers and the experience that they go through in the journey of having a retail experience. I have a quick few slides to take you through. It's not very really technology heavy, but it'll highlight what we're doing from a product standpoint in this space. And when we say product, because why product is important is because all the customers and experience that is going to happen, it definitely touches a particular product, whether it is handheld, whether it is a retail point of sale, and that's where HP plays. So if you look at the slide, we have all kinds of technology which touches a customer on a daily basis, and these are point of interactions. We call it point of interactions, where customers would interact with you, and when they're interacting with you, they are giving out a lot of information which can be captured and used as data, which can be then utilized in enhancing your customer experience. Like, for example, their phone numbers, their email IDs, their addresses, and how do you then take this data and use it to your advantage. So the hardware plays a huge role in ensuring that you are able to capture this information correctly, and rightly so, as said during the discussion, that if you want to acquire more and more customers, you got to have the right technology in place. So who is HP in retail, right? It's a very valid question. We are known as a printer company. Somebody would know us as a PC company, but why retail? Like Ganesh was mentioning, the India market is close to around $600 billion, and probably in the next 4 years, our guess is it's going to cross $1 trillion. Now, 80% or 85% of it is in unorganized retail, so we definitely see a lot of disruption happening around all these point of unorganized retail getting organized in some way or the other. And when they want to get organized, the first step basically is to have devices which can start a point of interaction with the customer. And we're not talking about billing machines here, right? So we have devices which are modular in platforms. You can add as you go. You can start with just a cash drawer and a point of interaction device, and then you can keep adding as you grow, or as you add more customers, as you acquire more customers. Increasingly, our position worldwide, by the way, is we are the number 2 company in the point of sale business, which is the hardware business, and it's growing as we acquire more and more customers. And later on, I have a slide to show you our customers. We have mobility solutions, so a lot of customer interactions today are happening on devices which are handheld, which is where a lot of feedback is being taken, a lot of order processing is being done, a lot of customer service experience is being asked from the customers, feedback, and so on and so forth. So HP is into those devices, and we have devices which we are deploying as we speak. This is a busy slide. It talks about the portfolio of products that we carry, and I'm sure I'm around, so if you have questions around the product, you can ask us. But just to give you a glimpse of the product, we have all kinds of products: touch, non-touch, sizes, different sizes, different form factors. So a whole range of products that HP has, and HP continues to do a lot of R&D and technology innovation on these products. So why HP retail platform? I think this is a very valid question. We live in a world where a lot of data is getting changed hands from the customer to a person who is capturing that data, how the data is getting utilized. So the platforms really have to have a lot of elements which is listed here, which is you need a price performance. I just heard somebody talk about in the panel that you need a product which has value-based products, because customers today want that experience. So price performance becomes a huge factor. You need stability on platforms. You need longer life cycles of products, because when you invest in technology, you want to ensure that you get the maximum ROI from that technology. Or when you're deploying a solution, you would probably want that solution to last 3 to 5 years, because obviously it is capital intensive for a lot of brick and mortar companies, right? Services. So how does someone give service to you? Is it on-site, off-site? Do you need to carry a product? Things like those become key decision-making factors. So warranty and services becomes a huge, important factor. Is it expandable? Can you expand? If you start small, can you go big? Can you add stuff, reduce stuff? So is it modular in design? That's what configurability and expandability does from HP. Are we versatile and adaptable? Because you'll have newer versions of software. So there's a lot of ISV relationship that gets into a retail point of sale kind of a device. So are we able to adapt to new versions of softwares that come in? More secure. You could have different ERP solutions getting deployed. So those becomes important, again, decision-making criteria. Reliability, obviously, when we talk about unorganized retail, a lot of our environments are not very, I would say, managed environments. What I mean by managed environments is not necessarily all retailers will have, in tier 2 or tier 3 cities, all the showrooms have an AC, right? And there's harsh conditions in terms of the environment. There's a lot of dust which flows into our environment. We live in a country which is saddled with this problem of environmental issues like pollution. And in those conditions, does your product or the hardware that you're choosing gives you uptime? Does it give you reliability to ensure that it can endure those conditions, whether managed or unmanaged? So that's what reliability factors are for us. I'll just take half a minute on this slide, because security is becoming a big issue as we speak. As we sit here, we often hear that data is getting breached. There's a lot of hacking of data that happens, which can create problems for us. There are large retailers who have lost a lot of data, about millions of customer data has been put out in the open, and which can destroy a brand in just a matter of minutes or a few days, because your trust, the customer trust, is lost. So it's very important to have the right security elements in place, whether be it on the hardware or whether be it on the software that you use. And HP takes security very seriously. With all our products, we have unique security elements built in to ensure that there is no external threat that puts your data or your customer's data out in the open. I love this slide, because although we are new in the retail market and we have a small journey of 3 to 4 years that we have started playing in this retail segment, but we have very good customer base which reiterates that trust that our customers are putting in HP brand to take their retail story forward is growing as we speak. And we are adding a lot more customers on a daily basis who are relying on HP to deliver the right technology, right? Like I said, deliver the right products and work with them to understand their pain points, what is it that they want to do, how they want to grow, what are some of the elements that HP can solve for them, and here's a small snapshot of that. With that, I think what we do, we enable retailers to empower their employees and engage the customers with a lot of points here, which I'm sure you can read through, but in a nutshell, we are one of the most important players in the retail market, so to say, and we are working with a lot of you to grow your business. With that, I would like to pause and thank you very much for your attention. We are around at the back. If you have any questions, I think I can take it a little later. Thank you so much.